Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it? I'm gonna take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it? I'm gonna take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it? I'm gonna take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it? I'm gonna take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it? I'm gonna take a photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the like on your way in, man. You know we're always here with the Man United news, with a little update of exactly what's going on. Yeah, we're a bit late today. Usually at 4:30 thing, it don't really matter. We're still here. And we're going to get into it same way. As you can see, man, I got the Champions League race up. So if you don't know what's going on, this is what we're looking at, all of us. These are the top 4 teams you might as well say are in that race. Obviously, there might be some more that pops up. Brentford's doing well out there, but let's be real. It's more likely going to be out of these 4 teams. And you got Aston Villa, United, Chelsea, and of course, Liverpool. Villa play tomorrow. They play Wolves, and that's actually a derby. You get it? That's like a Birmingham/Midlands derby. And the last time they played at Villa Park, which was last year, obviously, Wolves actually won that game. And if Wolves can win this game, boy, we win our game against Crystal Palace, we're going third because we've got a better goal difference. So it is where it is. As you can see, I'm going to show you that now. This was last season, Wolves and Villa. This is how they dealt with it. And as you can see, like Aston Villa won 1-0, Wolves won 2-0 at their ground. So they're going ban for ban. They're going ban for ban. And then as you can see from the last time they played there, this is when Cunha scored. 1-0. No, sorry, it's 1-0 here. When did they beat them at Villa Park? They beat them at Villa Park. Was it this time? I know that they beat them at Villa Park, but I can't remember what time it was. But boy, hopefully they can do us a little favour, man, Wolves, man. You get me? They ain't done us any favours in this thing here. The best favour they done anyone was the Arsenal draw. But it is where it is. So yeah, my people, man, smash these likes, man. Let's get these likes up, man. Subscribe if you're new, man. We're going to get into the news now anyway, my people. Let's get this. So boom, now we kick this off with some talks about this geezer. This little young youth now. We've been linked with him a few times, you know. This Kente geezer. Chelsea's looking at him as well. There's a few teams. I think Newcastle was looking at him as well. Sede Kente from a Norwegian club. He's 19 years old. I think they were saying in one article that he's as fast as Van de Ven. Him and Van de Ven are basically, they've put up the same speed or something like that. So this geezer's a breezes. So yeah, this is what's going on. United are aggressively pursuing 19-year-old Gambian centre-back Abubakar Sede Kente from Norwegian club Tromsø IL as a long-term defensive investment. Kente has a strong decision-making, duel-winning ability, aerial prowess, plus 1 cap for Gambia. With his contract running until 2029, he's only rated at, he's only 4 million basically. And this is what, it's been going on for ages. Like I said, this is nothing new. This geezer, we've been linked to him. you understand? We've been linked with him a few times. There's been us and Chelsea, but apparently we even hold the edge in this. But I don't know if we're going to sign him, man. I don't know what's going on, but I'll show you how much times we've been linked to him. Look, this is from February the 10th. Manchester United and Chelsea are weighing up a summer approach for centre-back Abubuka Sede Kente. So this is from Simon Jones from the Daily Mirror. He knows a 1-2 things. Daily Mail, sorry, not Mirror. He knows a 1-2 thing, and he said this about my man on February the 10th. So this is nothing new, as you can see. They put little articles about. It's got Vivel's fingerprints all over it. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the type of guys that he will go for. African, Dilly, 19, he's left-footed. Remember, this could be, you know, remember, we got Maguire and these guys that might end up leaving. Martinez is getting injured quite a bit. It might be time to invest in a few more centre-backs. So, yeah, man, this is the geezer. They're saying that he's as fast as Van de Ven, apparently. But this is what's coming out. It came out today on Sport Witness as well. So Sport Witness had a little something about him. Core Sport. And like I said, someone like Simon Jones, who knows a thing or two, has been talking about him. So this is nothing new. Don't look at this as this has just come out today. No, this has been getting spoken about, this geezer. And 4 million should get the deal done. And look at the last paragraph. Chelsea, PSV, and Ajax have shown interest, but United currently hold the advantage with no formal offer yet. So we hold the advantage for some weird reason. I don't know why. Maybe he's a Man United fan, or I don't know. Or maybe we've just been scouting him for longer. But to accelerate the potential summer transfer, club officials are planning a dedicated scouting trip to Norway to closely monitor him in person. So this is still something for now, something for the summer. So we're going to see what happens. It's not nothing that's going to happen right now. It's not like we buy him now, like a Roscoe, one of them geezers, and then we wait. No, he's just going to be summertime. We might turn around and go, you know what, let's go for him. And then we end up going for him. But until then, it's just going to be a little rumor. When they hear about it, they speak about it. But that's about it. We got linked with this geezer as well yesterday, Papa Gueye. One of the comp makers came out yesterday and said, listen, I want to make a comp for him, but I don't know. I don't know what tier this journalist is. So we don't want to go mad, start making comps for players, and the journalist is trash, and it doesn't even mean anything. So that's the situation with this geezer. We're linked with him, but we don't even. No one knows this geezer. No one knows if this journalist is good or not. He's, you know what I'm saying, Foot Mercato, Foot Mercato. So man's looking at a journalist called Foot Mercato. Man don't know if they're certified or not. But they said that Man United are tracking the Villarreal midfielder, Papa Gueye. And I've never seen him. If you lot have seen him, let me know in the chat if he's good or not. I don't really know him like that. So I can't really talk about him too much. But let me look at him on FootMob so we can see. He's 27 years old. This could be a cheaper version of probably like if we do get our Andersons and we don't want to spend too much on two midfielders, maybe we get like an Anderson and then we go get someone like that. That might be 15, 18, 20 million. Maybe that's the case. But I can't see him being anything that we go out there and spend mad money unless, like I said, it's just a situation where he adds on. Remember, we're looking at getting Champions League at this time. We carry on going the way we're going and we stay in the position we're in the Champions League next season. If we carry on being in the Champions League, we're going to need a bigger squad. So with someone like Casemiro's leaving, we need players anyway. And then Ugarte might leave, etc. Because we still haven't replaced Eriksen anyway. So we still need a midfielder regardless. Then Casemiro's going. So that's two midfielders that's been said by all the journalists anyway. And then you got, obviously, if Ugarte leaves, that's another one. So it might be a situation where we get one of our main ones and then it's like, all right, we'll chip in and we might get him. But like I said, this journalist ain't the best journalist. So I'm not going to spend too long on him talking about this geezer. And you know what I'm saying? He's not even all that, or we never even end up seeing him. So that's his name, Papa Gueye. But I've never heard of him or ever seen him. So I don't have a clue. I don't have a Scooby if that's a real, if that's a real thing or not. So we'll see. Obviously, there's a lot of people that keeps talking about these two because our left wing every day we're getting new talks about the left wing. And Njai and Diamande are our main two targets when it comes to the left wing. But we've got other ones now that I'm going to show you today, of course. But every day there's talks about it. Ornstein came out and spoke about the left wing. Fabrizio Romano came out and spoke about the left wing. Ben Jacobs, they all came out and spoke and said, Man United are going to be busy. They're going to get 2 midfielders. They're definitely going to get a left winger. He's come out and said it, basically. We might get a centre-back. Obviously, if Ugarte leaves, we get an extra one. Xerxes might leave. We might get extra striker, etc. But the 3 positions that we're definitely going to go for is left wing and midfield. And everybody knows the midfielders that we're looking at already. So these are the 2. So everyone keeps saying, which one do you reckon is the better one? And Jai, obviously, with those reports linking us to him in January. Remember, we went for Semenyo. So it's easy to link us to him in January because we just went for Semenyo. So clearly, we're going to want a left winger. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with him, but they wanted 70 million. This guy's got 4 goals, 5 goals and 2 assists. And they want 70 million. I don't think that's ever going to happen. 60 probably max. Semenyo had about 13, 14 GA when City bought him. And then you got, and you saw the output he was putting out anyway. And Boomer, we bought him for 66 plus 6. And he was basically 20 million. I'm sorry, 20 goals. And we basically bought him for 70 million. We're not going to pay the same thing as NJ. So that's probably something in the summer. Diamande, there's all these talks about Liverpool. Liverpool's firmly in the race. Fabrizio said Bayern Munich love him. Company loves him. Because remember, Bayern Munich, they try and buy everyone for that from that league. All the best players go to Bayern. And then you've got obviously Liverpool. His dad wants him to go play for Liverpool, etc. So the Diamande thing's all over the place. And then we got the stuff with his agent as well. No one knows if who his agent is. Rock Nations claiming him, and then there's someone else. I don't know. It's all over the place. So we'll see what happens out of these 2. But like I said, there's more left wingers anyway. So if them 2 don't work out, there's going to be other ones anyway. And we'll kick it off right here. As you can see, bam. Man United are reportedly eyeing Anthony Gordon at 95 million euros, which is crazy. And Tonali at 75 million euros. I don't know why they're talking about euros when this is 2 English teams. 2 English teams. I know this is a Spanish source, but why are you talking about euros when it's English teams? Do you know what I'm saying? If an American team's buying a player for another American team, you're going to say dollars. You're not going to talk about it in pounds. But this is what's going on. We've been getting linked to Gordon. I think it was Fabrizio Romano, not Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs that came out and spoke about Gordon and that Man United might be looking at him. He's on that list, etc. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one, man. I like Gordon, but he's only got 1. As you can see from this article, he's got one non-penalty goal this season. He went about 15, 20 games without scoring a goal in the Prem. Literally, he went like 15 games or something. Newcastle fans were saying he needs to get benched. And then I know he just went mad in the Champions League. He played against Karabag. He scored 4 goals in the game, etc. And he's been kind of scoring like FA Cup and all of that. But he's more of a man where you watch him and he's got more to his game, where he's got the speed. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll put the ball in the box and he gets a lot of fouls, etc. But he's a madman as well, where he will give away a foul. I've seen him get sent off about 2-3 times alone. On Van Dijk, a few times. Do you know what I'm saying? He will get sent off as well. So he's got that in his game as well. So Anthony Gordon is okay. And to have him on that left wing is a shout. Why not? But I would prefer to go to someone like NJ. I think he's got better output. NJ. Every time NJ has got the ball against the final third, he's going to make something happen. I don't think Gordon sometimes, you know what I'm saying? He has to go back or I don't know, man. I'd rather go for NJ if it was up to me, but I don't mind Gordon. Do you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Gordon hasn't really been at it this year, man. Last year, he was dilly. He was working out. It was working out for the whole of Newcastle, to be real. They got Champions League football. They got everything. But this year, he hasn't been on it, man. He's not been active. Obviously, he's 25. English tax is going to be on there as well. Look, he's inconsistent, man. As you can see, he got the 4 goals the other day. He got 1 against Liverpool in the, is that Premier League? Yeah, Premier League, PSV. He barely scores in the Prem. This is an FA Cup against Bournemouth. Look, nothing in the Prem. Look at that. That's 10. Every time you see a page, that's 10 games. So look, in his last 10 games, he scored 1 goal in the Prem, 1 goal in the Champions League, and 5 goals in the Champions League, because 4 of them was a Karabag. Yeah? So let's just say in the Premier League, he got 1 goal. And then he plays here, he's got 1 goal in the FA Cup against Bournemouth. So there's 20 games. Let's just talk about Prem and FA Cup. He's got 2 goals. Do you know what I'm saying? In 20 games or whatever it is. And then obviously you got a bit active here. Look at that. This is Burnley, Tottenham, So he hasn't scored for a minute like that. He hasn't really been as consistent as he usually is. He's still a good player, like I said. He's still got a lot of input and output, but I would rather enjoy. Get me enjoy, man. I'm not really on this Anthony Gordon thing, I'll be real. So we'll see. But like I said, we've been linked with him a few times. It's not nothing new. Let me show you every time we've been linked with him. Tonali's frustration. Boom, boom. Where is it? Where is it? Where's all the link? There we go. Ben Jacobs, just like I said. They said, look, Ben Jacobs on left wing targets. There's appreciation for Yandi Amande, who's a very versatile player. Leipzig are kind of grandstanding at the moment and saying that's 100 million sell. Man United really like Anthony Gordon as well as potential option. So this is what Ben Jacobs is putting out there, that we really, really like him. So I don't know what's going to happen with this geezer, man, but we'll see. He's a left wing target. And then we got Tonali. We're linked with him. Fabrizio's come out and spoke about Tonali. So you know it's real when Fabrizio's coming out and speaking about him. So he said that we like him, etc. But he might be a bit expensive. So we don't know if we're going to go out there and pay the money. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Liverpool's going to want an arm and a leg. You got to remember, they've got this fake rivalry with us over United. We're the team that's called United. It's us. We was called United first. That's what Newcastle's on. They've got this crazy rivalry with us. Just because they're called United, we're called United. But when people say United, they only think about Manchester United. So they're making a big deal. Why are you not calling them United when it's us? Because all the commentators, all the fans, even on FIFA, they say United, and they're talking about Man United, like when we're playing. So they're angry with that. Oh, why are you not saying United for them when we was the first ones to be called United? Like they just got some weird thing going on. So yeah, so that's the situation with Tonali, man. I don't think we paid a mad money for him, but he's definitely on the list. As you can see here, look at this, 24th of February, 2 days ago. Fabrizio Romano, the man himself, says Tonali is also admired. Anderson's the guy that we want, of course. That's the first guy on the list. And all the final decisions depend on Champions League qualification and the new manager. So we might sit there. We could potentially sit here right now. Let's just say, for example, we got someone like Enrique. Enrique, he sold Ugarte for João Neves. He wants someone that's got better with the ball at his feet. He don't care about a man that can run, that's got pace and all of that on a mad thing. He wants someone that's a bit better with ball at their feet. But you go and get someone else, someone like Fatancho, I don't know. There could be another manager you go out there and get, and he wants someone like Belieber that's going to sweep up, be the destroyer. So we can't make the final decision of who we want and that DM role yet, because the manager might come with different ideas. If we buy a Belieber and then we get Enrique, and Enrique says, I don't want him, I want Anderson. I need someone that's good with the ball at their feet. So that's where it's all over the place. So we don't know, but Fabrizio's letting us know that we're set for a big midfield summer. So obviously Casemiro's leaving. We still haven't replaced Eriksen. So that's 2 midfields anyway. That's what everybody said. And then Ugarte is very, very likely Ugarte will leave. So that's 3 midfielders. So that might be, and then there's all these talks that 2 of the midfielders might be Prem proven. It might be Wharton and Belieber, or Tonali and Anderson, or Anderson and Belieber, whatever. And then if Ugarte goes, you go and get another young one. Like you just boost it up. Remember, we got Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Prem. We're fighting on all fronts next season. If we get Champions League, of course, the race goes on. But come on, man. So as you can see, man, that's what's going on. So Fabrizio said it, Tonali. Dean Jones Soccer came out the other day and said it. There's genuine interest in Tonali. That's Fabrizio again. Man United are set for a busy summer. This is on February the 10th. So you see, he repeats himself quite a bit. This geezer's so bored. Every podcast he goes on, it could be 20 days apart, 15 days apart, he's going to repeat himself. As you can see, look, 10th of February, Man United are set for a busy summer in midfield. And then what does he say? Look, on the 24th, 2 days ago, Man United set for a big midfield summer. It's the same thing. But he has to go and do what he's got to do. But Tonali is highly appreciated by United and features prominently on their shortlist to replace Casemiro, but he's not the sole target. He's also linked with Arsenal and others, creating fierce competition. Juventus see him as an ideal, though his fee makes it challenging. He's not going back to Italy. Apparently, he wants to go back to Italy. That's where he wants to go, but no one ain't going to go out there and pay 70, 80 million from him from Italy. They don't pay the money there. So that's the situation with Tonali, man. All the links have come out today, and they're saying that, yo, this is for Spanish source, that we're willing to pay up to this much. Remember, we want a left winger 100%. Ornstein's come out and said it. Fabrizio's, they've all said it. But Tonali, midfielder, he's on the list, but I can't see him being first choice. You know what I'm saying? 100%, I can't see him being first choice. It's obviously out of the believers and that. And then he's just on the list, as you can see. He's 25. He's in the ages, of course. So, yeah, man, we could go for him. I think he's a good player. He's definitely a good player, but it's just like, it is what it is. I'm just happy, to be honest with you, that we're linked with ballers, left, right, and centre. Do you know what I'm saying? You see, before, we was getting linked to Rabiot and all of these weird players, Arnautovic, weird guys. Now we're getting linked with nothing but ballers. So I'm happy anyway. Regardless of whatever way it goes, I'm cool. So it is where it is. So that's the situation with Gordon and Tonali. We might go in there and do a little sweep. And you've got to remember something as well with these two, you know. This is something you've got to remember. Newcastle are doing terrible, where there might be a little, in the summer, there might have to be a little sweep where bare people leave anyway. These guys are in Champions League and they're 11th. Yeah, they win one game and they can end up being 8th, whatever. But still, you're still in and around it. Look at their form. They've got one of the worst forms in the league. 4 losses. 4 losses and 1 win. Look at that. Them and Bournemouth. I think Wolves' form's even better. Look at that. 4 losses and 1 win. Wolves have got 2 draws and 3 losses. Burnley's got 2 losses, 1 win, and 2 draws. They've got 4 losses, bro. Them and Burnley, Newcastle and Sunderland, Why was I saying Bournemouth? Newcastle and Sunderland are the only 2 teams with 4 losses back-to-back. Even Spurs ain't doing that bad. They got 3 and things. So they're going at it right now. And there's all these talks about Bruno Fernandes. He might end up leaving. Tonali might end up leaving. Who else is getting linked to remove? Livramento, Man City are looking at him heavy. They might go for a little exodus over there. Eddie Howe's tried what he can. It's not working. A few of them might just cut and call it a day because there's nothing going on, especially if they finish bad. Imagine they don't even get like Conference League or nothing. It will be dark for them. Do you know what I'm saying? Even Conference League is bad, but even some of them, would they want to play in Conference League? Look at the way Gordon's scoring 4 goals in the Champions League. Would you want to go down and say, you know what, I'm just going to play in Conference League? I don't even think you want to do that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But it's looking like it's going to be some sort of shake-up over there. Tottenham as well. Tottenham, if they get relegated or if they don't, even if you don't, players are going to say, I don't want to be here. What? No one's going to come here and play. And then what am I going to do here? There's no point. So it is where it is anyway. So we're going to get into the rest of the news anyway. So I'm going to get a few of these comments in a minute as well. Make sure you lot are smashing the likes, my peoples, man. Come on, man. These likes are not making no sense. There we go, bam. We've got this now. Look at this. All these talks about Van der Ven. I don't know where it even came from, yeah? Fraz Fletcher just came out of nowhere. This geezer just goes somewhere and then says, he says stuff there and there. He's never broke no news in his life. Like broke a news like a bomber. Never. No one's ever atted him. Ben Jacobs, Fabrizio's have ever atted him and said, Fraz Fletcher said this, so it's true. Nah, bro. He's never broke no news like that. So he's a okay type of journalist. He's not nothing special. He said, Man United are showing strong interest in Tottenham defender Van der Ven. Bro, let me break it to you, lot. Van der Ven is a Liverpool fan. And Liverpool's been looking at him apparently for ages. So I don't think it happens anyway. That's me being real with you, but I don't know. Remember, with these guys, it's a bit weird. Ekitike is a Man United fan. Van Dijk's a Man United fan. So you never know, innit? But this is the talks that we're looking at him apparently. And then I'll show you what Fabrizio came out and said straight away. But everything about Van der Ven that was coming out before all of this, look at this on the 24th. Van der Ven will 100% leave Tottenham and join Liverpool this summer. But this ain't no one solidified top skills. But they're a weird little outlet where they quote people. They quote some people that are reliable like Fabrizio, and then they quote people like the Sun. So they're weirdos. You never know with them lot. But everything's about Liverpool, bro. Everything about Van der Ven is Liverpool. Indicator, we don't take him serious over here. Lewis Still, he's a Liverpool journalist. Look at that, Merseyside man. Van der Ven is keen to move it to Liverpool. He shares the same agent as Gravenberch. This is more Liverpool news. Look, Postecoglou, Liverpool interest. It's top, blah, blah, blah. Bro, I don't know, man. I think there's nothing in there, bro. I like to keep it real with you lot, man. When something comes out that I think is just waffle, I just tell you lot straight it's waffle. I don't think Van der Ven is even, we're not even looking at him. I think he's fully Obviously, the links are only coming out because he's in a relegation battle. He wants to leave, etc. But I don't even think we're having a look at him at all because, bro, he's a Liverpool fan and apparently Liverpool has been wanting him. Before Tottenham went rubbish anyway, from the early in the season, there were talks about him going Liverpool. So before all of that Tottenham stuff where he's trash now, they're trash now, sorry, and then the relegation battle before all of that. But just to put it all to bed anyway, Fabrizio came out 23 hours ago and said this: nothing concrete between Man United and Van de Ven. Appreciation is always there as he's one of the best defenders in the league. But for now, nothing happening. Appreciation, you can appreciate everything in life. So we could just say that with everyone then. Appreciation is always there because he's one of the best. You can say that for any single player. United's main focus is strengthening their midfield. Simple as that. So Fabrizio, put it to bed. So that Van de Ven stuff, people keep asking, man, and saying, yo, anything with Van de Ven and that? Bro, there's nothing in there. There ain't going to be anything with Van de Ven. Yeah? I don't think there will. Until that season's probably done, then I don't think there will be anything with him anyway. So that's the situation. Let me get into this geezer, Metro. Bruv, there's so much links been coming out about this guy, yeah, that it's too hard now to just say it's just rubbish. But Sportbild, they're very good for German news, Bild. They come out with stuff all the time, but sometimes they hit and miss. Sometimes it's true, whatever. But they've coming out and they're saying that Man United and Chelsea are looking at him, Metro, boom, boom, boom. But look, there's a lot of talks, a lot of journalists have been putting us together for ages. Look, Tottenham and Man United, Bild, Sky Germany, Metro. This is January the 22nd. Man United and Chelsea again. This is January the 22nd, so a month ago. Caught offside. They will not entertain any offers below 60 to 65 million euros. We're looking at Metro. As you can see, this is Nathan Salt. Nathan Salt is solidified. He rolls with Chris Wheeler heavy. He's from the Daily Mail. When they come out and speak, you got to listen. And he put him in there and he said, man, his name's been getting floated in there from a German source. Blah, blah, blah. February the 22nd, Sky Sports Germany came out and said Man United are eyeing Metro as part of their midfield rebuild. He's expected to cost around 60 to 52 million. And then obviously this is the article that I'm showing you now. So I don't know what's going on with this geezer. But then again, when you actually think about it and think, can there even be any truth to it, etc.? We're seeing the reports. And when you see the reports and then you see, you actually understand where the Metro thing could actually be coming from. It kind of does make sense where there might be something in there. Because as you can see from here, look at this. This is 21st of March, 2025, nearly 11 months ago. Manchester United are closely monitoring Metro. Jason Wilcox knew him from when he was at Manchester City's academy. Dortmund do not want him to leave and will demand more than 50 million euros. So that was last year, was 50 million euros. Now it's gone up to 60, 65, whatever. I watched him yesterday, Dortmund. They played Atlanta. He was average. Obviously, it's one game, but I don't really go off comps. And even when I watched these comp, he didn't even look all that anyway. I don't know. Maybe you lot can tell me more about him, but I never watched Dortmund play a game. So I couldn't tell you if he's a baller or not. But yeah, we're linked with him, man. And Jason Wilcox knows him. I remember what Jason Wilcox tried to do with Delap. Same thing. Yo, I know Delap from Man City Academy. That's our first choice, 30 million. And then he picked Chelsea over us because of Champions League. Thank God. Do you know what I'm saying? So it might be another thing where Jason Wilcox going, because he wanted dibbling. He wanted dibbling, but Southampton said, what, Man United? Started rubbing their hands, 100 million. And we said, yeah, you've gone mad. Everton bought him for 36 million and they don't even play him no more. And he was a threat last season. Now they don't even bother even putting him on off the bench, which is crazy. So this might be a situation like that where Wilcox is going, raw, I got a guy, trust me. We might be able to get him. He's good. I can see something in him. Remember, he's physical. That's one thing about him. He seems like a little baller and he's physical. But he's got, every time I used to see him, he looked injured. Obviously now he's starting to play a bit more games, so I don't know. But you lot let me know what you lot think about him, man. I don't really know too much about him, Metro. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really rate him like that, to be honest. I reckon we can do better just from the Prem proven. But what do I know? You might be able to go out there and get him and then bam, he ends up being this guy where we actually rate him. So we'll see. This came out yesterday. For those that missed it as well, we hope that Martinez would have just been out for 1 to 2 weeks, but it might even be a little bit longer than that. And that's not good because remember, we've got what's it called? We've got Crystal Palace obviously this weekend. That's a low block. We need someone like Martinez able to break them down, man. He's not going to be there. But then straight away on Wednesday, we got Newcastle away as well. So he's definitely not going to be there for them games. But then after the Newcastle game, what's that there? It's that like 11 days. We're going to chill for. We're not doing nothing for 11 days. So hopefully in that 11 days, he gets back to normal and then he can be back for Aston Villa. Because Euro's a bit too safe for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's good defending and he's got the speed and the pace and what we need, especially for these strikers out here and whatnot. But, bro, he's just too safe. Like, he's never going to do a line-breaking pass. He might do a cross that's, you know what I'm saying, a diagonal or something, but that's the most you're getting at Euro. Apart from that, it's all going to be very safe. We need that Martinez. We saw it against West Ham, even against Everton. In the first half especially, everything was a bit too scared, mistakes galore, etc. So that's the situation with Martinez, man. We'll see. Hopefully he can come back and he can go straight back in, man, because, yeah, we need him, man. We're seeing how much he is effective to this team. So we'll see. Buying there, obviously we've reached an agreement with Beşiktaş. This is coming from Turkish news. Nothing from Fabrizio or any of them lot, to be honest, but apparently we've reached an agreement. It's got 1.4 million followers, Turkish outlet, and he's going to join Beşiktaş in the summer. So I don't know if it's something that will come out now. It doesn't need to come out now, as in like everyone talk about it, because it's a summer move. So it could just be a thing that they know about, and then before you know it, sooner rather than later, then people talk about it, type of thing. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. Obviously, this is the league table. If the season started in 2026, so let's just carry on doing what we're doing, and we definitely get Champions League. That's all I want to say about that one. Tyler Adams gives Bruno a bit of rating. Says, Brad, you can't take this guy at the game. No matter what you set up, we can go and watch videos and train and say we're going to isolate Bruno by doing this. This geezer won't be in the position he's meant to be in. He's just all over the place. He's ridiculously talented. So they say they'll watch the game. They'll say, yeah, he's going to be there. He's in the 10 position, but he's a man. He will follow the ball, and man starts shadowing the referee and doing some mad stuff. Look, he completely ruins your tactics of how you want to play. So they're just giving my man some ratings. You got to big him up for that. And remember, we was kind of linked to this Tyler Adams youth as well. I don't really rate him like that, but we're kind of linked to him. So I don't know if he's trying to say some wise words and get Bruno to come out here and you get me, and help him out a bit. Who knows, man? Obviously, we got this. Look at this, Mane now. So there's all the talks came out about Mane that was talking to his camp. I think it was Sully. Sully came out and broke the news. Yo, Man United have made contact with Mane's camp, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of teams were looking at him. It weren't just us. Here it is here. Let me show you, look, for those that don't know. Understand, Man United have held initial talks with 18-year-old forward Matteas, Mane's agent. Wolves attacker has interest from multiple clubs and will make a decision on whether he stays or leaves at the end of the season. Highly rated internally at Man United. Obviously, he's a left winger. We want a left winger. I just can't see him being ready like that. I don't think he's ready. I think he needs to be a guy that comes off the bench. Do you know what I'm saying? We get our left winger off and he comes off the bench on the 70th, 60th minute and does what he needs to do and just kills off the game. And until he becomes fully that guy. I still think I see little things in him where he gives the ball away, but he is young, of course. So that came out that we made initial contact with his camp. And then obviously this has come out from Sport Pete. As you can see today, 9:40 in the morning, Liverpool and Manchester United will not meet. Wolves is 50 million asking price for Matteas Mane this summer. Wolves are determined to keep the highly rated youngster for next season, though Premier League rivals are likely to test them with bids. However, both clubs view him as too raw and unproven to warrant such a high fee. I'm with that. I'm with that fully. Like, that's crazy. That's too much, 50 million. And what's crazy as well is they didn't even see him as the guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Remember, they had that guy, Victor Pereira, that got sacked. He wasn't sitting there trusting him. They were ready to go down, and that was it. He would have went for free. Obviously, we would have never seen him, but I'm trying to say, like, he wasn't. So Rob Edwards has come over. They gave him a shot whilst they're more or less relegated already, and then now he's shining. Remember, their money, they had their money when they're going down. You've always got a player you know you're going to get money from. Southampton, New Diblin will get some money, etc. With Wolves, it wasn't Mane. It was Strand Larson and João Gomez. That's the two players that they knew they're going to get their money from. Rob Edwards has come and kind of helped you by throwing him into the firing line. Go Old Trafford and play. Go Anfield and play. go Emirates and get an assist. So he, you know what I'm saying? He more or less gave him that opportunity. So now you can't just say, you know what? He's played a few games. Look how good he's done. 50 million. Come on, are you crazy, bro? What are we doing here? So that's a bit too much, man. You getting relegated as well. I know he's 18 and he's obviously come from the academy, so he's not gonna probably kick up a fuss. But 30 million or something, then I get it. You know what I'm saying? You're still saving yourself. But 50 million is mental. Come on, man. I know this guy looks like a good player and whatnot, but he's not a 50 million player. Not yet, anyway. And like I said, he does a little ones and twos all over the place. 1 minute he'll give the ball away. You know what I'm saying? He still needs a bit of time. That's why I would say just chill. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens, man. Let's get into some of these guys, man. With these pundits now. When I get into that, let me just read this Lamens thing. Of course, Lamens has gone out there and done an interview, and they're talking about all that 6-yard stuff because I think they're gonna try and ban it, man. All that what Everton was trying to do, they were trying to do a baby Arsenal. I think they're gonna ban it. They're gonna say, yo, we can't do this no more. We're gonna have to have something for the keepers. But he's saying, I like it. It's war in the box, but I enjoy it. It's cool. I don't mind it. So he's on some, I don't care, because he's making first contact with the ball, and a lot of players can't do that. A lot of goalkeepers can't. That's what they struggle with the most. So the fact that he makes the first contact every time, he made it like 5 times in that game or something, all the reports are coming out and saying, yo, like, how did you feel about that? Expecting him to complain. But he's saying, bro, I don't mind it. I like it. It's calm. So Lamens is a madman, man. Big up the boy Lamens. And Dallow's obviously saying for us, it's not a surprise. His performance for us, we see it every single day in training. This is normal. This is nothing new, this Lamens stuff. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm going to get a few of these comments, man. Then we'll get into the pundits, man. These stupid pundits. Big up Met Scholes is a clown. I don't know what's up with him. Metric Community, big up yourself, man. What's his name? Whose name? Which one? Big up Metch. Big up yourself. Who you talking about, Wayne? Scholes do not know football anymore. Kind of shocked to see how Mr. Grumpy Scholes has fallen. I've no respect for him at all anymore. I've heard enough from the count. Bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, they're actually ruining their own things by just keep chatting. It's crazy. Like, it's mad. Gordon got 38 games. 14 goals, 5 assists. He's good. Can't cut out his performance in Champions League. He got 3 Prem goals, 2 assists, but Newcastle was struggling this year. Yeah, but you're counting 4 goals from Karabag. Champions League, everyone's eating. Tottenham finishing the top 4. I don't really rate Europe no more than that, you know. I swear to you. Tottenham's finishing in the top 4. You can't really rate Europe. And when you think about last season as well, how we got into the final with Tottenham, and we were both 17-15, it just shows Europe is weakened. It's crazy. Gordon also got that. I don't really rate him, man. I don't really rate him, but I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind Gordon coming, but I wouldn't rate him. I read the other day that City would end up getting, I don't think that's going to happen, man. I don't think that's going to happen. That 60 points thing, I've heard about it. It came from the overlap. The guy just said what could potentially happen, and then bare people's been spinning it and putting it out like that's going to happen. It's not going to happen for now. I don't think that even comes to an end soon. I'll be real. But we'll see. Let's get into these pundits now, man. These guys are just the biggest weirdos, man. Well, let's start with the boy Gary Neville. This geezer, obviously, you saw what he done the other day. He came out here and he spoke about the boy Sesko. I don't think he's ever going to be the perfect striker, similar, like I said, about Victor Gyökeres. Like, what's that about, bro? The man just scored a goal. You just scored the winner for the team that you support. You support Man United. He just scored the winner, and you're sitting there and going, yeah, I don't think this guy's ever going to be the guy. And, brother, what are you on about? Like, I just don't understand them, man. You don't see this for any other club. Like, you see Carragher, he got onto Salah a few times, but it wasn't nothing personal. It was more when he wasn't scoring. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's only when he was talking about him. Man are scoring goals, you slate them. Man don't score goals, you slate them. Martinez, like, look at that situation. You've come out and said Haaland's going to run with him. He's came out and put Haaland in his pocket for the whole game. No goals, clean sheet, cheers. You slate him still. But he's still not good enough. I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. Look at my man now, Paul Scholes. You buy this lad from Belgium. What's he cost? 20 million euros, 18.2 million pounds. I think that tells you everything about him at this point. It tells me he's Lamens is not a top goalkeeper. As soon as that man Donnarumma became available, drive to Paris, go and get him whatever he wants. bro, what is up with this geezer? I just don't understand him, man. I swear to you, look, man, these guys just chat shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just becoming a constant thing. And he's not even like, this wasn't even done on these podcasts. Do you know what I'm saying? This, like, you're not even promoting your podcast. You know how Nicky Button, that they done that thing on Martinez on the podcast, so they were kind of trying to like promote their podcast type of thing so people can watch it. That wasn't even done on that. That was just on a normal day. He's just saying it, like, you just chat shit. And then look at this, when my man said this, he's miles off it compared to other summer signings. Like, they're just so negative that it's crazy. Like, people, and this is what's crazy, is the rival fans will tell us, bruv, we don't want Gary Neville on commentary, it's annoying. We're annoyed. We don't want him on commentary. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense, but it's like, he's worked it out and said, you know what? I know there's over 1 million something fans or whatever of Man United, so let me just try and get the other people on side. I don't know, man. These guys are weird, man. But Gary Neville and Scholes, if you literally just started watching football from, say, 6 months ago, you would not think these guys played for Man United. Gary Neville and Scholes. No way. Roy Keane at times as well, but not too much. He's more just like, he's a bit more passionate with it, but you would not think these guys played for Man United. My man's out here. Every single person, even the ops, the rivals are saying, yo, this guy's a steal. I miss Onana. A man put the other day, one of the Chelsea fans put, bro, I miss Onana. What is going on with, I can't believe they got this guy, this Lamens guy. Where's Onana? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? And you got to remember, a lot of keepers are not dealing with them corners the way my man dealt with it. A lot of keepers. No, I couldn't tell you how many keepers could. You saw Raya, Brentford tried to do the same thing on him, and the man couldn't understand. And he was complaining for his life. Do you understand? The first time they had a little taste of their own thing, he started crying. So yeah, man, that's what's going on with them, man. I can't respect these guys when they keep moving like this, man. They just keep being negative for no reason, zero reason. So it is where it is, man. We'll see, man. We'll see what happens, innit? They're going to keep chatting, obviously, so there's no point getting so mad because they're going to chat regardless. You score a winning goal, they chat. You lose a game, they chat. You don't do anything, they chat anyway. So what is the point? It is where it is, man. See, look, everyone keeps talking about this, man. Everyone keeps talking about NJ, Anderson, Belieber. A man's put the Premier League in there. How many new players do you think Man United need to actually challenge for the league title? That's a good question, to be honest, but I don't know. I just feel like we need to strengthen up in midfield. We need a right back, bro. Like, Dallow's been playing fine since Carrick come. Well done to Dallow. Well done to Carrick. But, bro, I'm not going to get too gassed of just that. Obviously, we need a left winger, and we're looking at a left winger. So we'll see. Look, I've got some breaking news from Sean Connolly. Look at this. Breaking news. 5:59, literally 1 minute ago. Vivell has long identified Sevilla's Lucien Agumi as a prime target to strengthen the midfield this summer. Vivell has kept Agumi on the shortlist since at least 2025, viewing him as an ideal destroyer midfielder. With Casemiro departing and Ugarte's future uncertain, Agumi is seen as a great value at around 30 million euros, especially given Sevilla's openness to offers. So we was getting linked to this geezer a lot last season. Is it last season or summer? It might have been summer. Yeah, summer. It was a lot of, is it going to be Belieber? Is it going to be Agumi? Etc. But nothing ever came on. So I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. But boy, like I said, if someone I think we go for the 2 Premier League proven ones. We go for the Wharton and Belieber, or the Anderson and Belieber, whatever. And then Ugarte will leave. Ugarte's definitely gone. I think Ugarte and Xerxes are missing. So Ugarte might leave, and then we get someone like Agumi. So it's like, yeah, we're shoring ourselves up. We've got the 2 midfielders that's come in. One of them's going to more or less be on rotation anyway, because you've got to go with Mainu or whatever. And then you've got another spare one. So we're in 4 competitions. We're going as hard as we can now. We're fully rammed. Do you know what I'm saying? So, boy, Agumi, that's not bad. And Sean Connolly is a good source. He's a very good source for Man United news. So he knows his stuff. So he's saying Vivell's got him on the list. It might be one of the cheaper options. Obviously, we know we got Stiller. Stiller's on that list as well as one of the cheaper options. João Gomez. Who's the other geezer that's on it as well? It's one of the cheaper. Sadiki. There was talks about Sadiki. They were going crazy in January, the Sadiki talks. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Sadiki talks was kind of mad. So we've got a few players on that list, but of course, it's the cheaper version. And it's maybe if Ugarte goes, yo, we sell Ugarte. The most I think we get for someone like Ugarte is like a £25 million. And that's being nice. I can't see us getting 30 million from anyone for Ugarte. If we can get 20 million or 25 or something for Ugarte, I'll just take it as a W because it's an L. Anyways, we can let him go for free at this point. So to just have him come in, and this geezer looks okay. I watched a few comps of him. He looks okay. Not nothing special, not nothing mad, but he does a job. Got a bit of pace on him. He's all right. But I don't know, man. We'll see. That's a Sean Connolly type of bomber. So I don't know. We'll see if more things come out from it. And you know Vivell anyway, bro. What he's on. He's on getting these little guys on the cheap, on the low, and then they end up shining. So we'll see what happens, man. Kente, I've just showed you him as well. 4 million. And we apparently hold an advantage. But we haven't submitted an offer yet. Us and Chelsea. When it comes to young gems in Chelsea, they always beat us to it, though. They offer them a mad money. But he's 19 years old, so you might not even be able to look at him as a young gem. So we'll see, man. But talks coming out left, right, and centre about these guys. What else is there? So let me run through exactly what's going on then. For those that's missed it. Oh, yeah, this came out last night as well. Was it last night or the day before? But Harry Maguire has got 8 clubs waiting for him. This is the amount of teams. Look at that. Summertime. They're saying, bro, if you don't sign with Man United and get this extendo that you want, this pay cut, we will sort you out. Inter Milan, Napoli, Fiorentina, AC Milan. That's the Italians. West Ham, they've been wanting him from McTominay days. Remember, 30 million each. And then Harry Maguire basically delayed it because he was on some pay me my things. Everton, Saudi club, and some Turkish Super League sides. He wants to stay at Man United. There's talks that he wants to take a pay cut. Bare talks came out early that it was close to happening. I don't even know what's happened because all the talks that was coming out, the little bombers that came out not too long ago was Harry Maguire's, he's close or something like that. So now it's just gone all quiet, which is kind of weird because, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. Yeah, look at this. This was on the 12th of February. Dean Jones Soccer. Man United are close to agreeing a new contract with Harry Maguire. He was accepted a significant pay cut. But, bro, that was like 14 days ago, brother. What's happened since then? Why have we not heard anything? Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but we're going to see what happens with Maguire, innit? I hope he stays. I hope he gets a pay cut and stays because I'm not on this. Loads of senior players leaving at the same time, bro. We're going to end up like Chelsea and them teams where the mentality just drops anytime. And then you can't even say nothing because they're all young. I'm not on all that, bro. Keep him for another year. Let him be in the dressing room. Give these guys motivation. Because them sort of Arsenal, we went Arsenal to the Emirates. We're losing 1-0. Bro, you could drop if you're just kids, bro, and no one ain't going to say nothing to you. You can try and motivate them as much as you can. We brought that game back to 2-1, 2-2, then we went and won it. That's mentality. That's having Casemiro, Maguire, and Bruno and senior players on the pitch. So keep him for one more year at least. Let him be in the dressing room and motivate some of these youths. And then he can leave the next year after that, if anything, and then etc. But I don't want all of them leaving at the same time. That's crazy. That's not going to make any sense. So we'll see what happens with that one here. But Maguire, there's talks about him. He's going to get... It's looking very, very likely that he is going to sign a contract. I'll be real. Everything that's been coming out is that he wants to sign a contract. And the latest on Rashford was this. We basically said, yo, if you want Rashford, pay 30 million euros or he's not joining. We're finally being stern. We shaped on it in the summer. We let him come to you lot for free. We don't have to pay us a loan fee. Just pay his wages. Whatever you work out with, that's you lot. If you want him at the end of the loan, pay us 30 million euros. They shaped on it. So no problem, bro. And then now they're trying to finesse us with this bro Kelowna thing. But these times they wanted Luis Diaz, which was about how much did he go to Bayern Munich for? 70 million euros or something like that. And their first choice was Nico Williams, who was about 50, 60 million pounds. So this is what I'm saying. It don't make no sense, man. So it is where it is. Pay the money or leave us alone. We're finally starting to have a bit of balls. But that's all the news, my peoples, man. I'm going to be here, of course, later with my 10-minute update with whatever else is going on. Look, this is some more about this. It's just coming out. Yeah, look, with Casemiro set to leave and doubts over Ugarte and Agumi is viewed as a bargain option. Yeah, bro. Get rid of Ugarte. Bring in Agumi. Go and get a Belieber and an Anderson. We've changed our whole midfield. Literally. The two behind Bruno is mental already. That's already set. So it makes sense, man. So we'll see, man. But smash the likes, my peoples, man. Subscribe if you're new. 10-minute update will be here around 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So make sure you look out for that, my peoples. Love.
Got some celebs, pull up loco. You know we are mess, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud.